Hey guys, it's me Tilly, and today I want to talk about a topic that I've been asked a few times before, and usually my answer was, I don't know. So today I'm here to talk about, should you go for Astera, Miletian, or Dullahan armor? Before I jump into that question, let me actually introduce you to my spreadsheet that I created right here. It has a few informations that are pretty neat to know for you, but just know on the official Discord there's a more in-depth version of this, where there's like way more information. But I tried creating this to keep it as clean as possible with as few information as possible, but the most important ones in my opinion. So how do you use it? Up top here you first select whether or not you're intelligence or strength class. I'm Arisha, so intelligence. And then you need to fill out all of these green cells right here. Up top is the material cost, so if you happen to need materials, or if you need to buy them, you can put them in right here. And the green ones on the pieces, on weapon and armors. I will post the sheet with their minimum rolls, right? With the rolls that you will be crafting your piece with, most likely. If you happen to have a better piece, a better ore, for example the keen one, you will be able to get the max one from the event right now if you're playing right now. You can exchange that and all of a sudden you might have seen the price went down. If we just go back like this is the most basic version you can craft with the prices up top. It will cost you 64 mil, right? Down below it will also show you how many materials you need to actually maximize this. Let's just pretend you have all of the cloth, leather or whatever. You can actually set all of these values to 0. And then you will see it's only like half of the amount left, which is the actual cost, and that's what I would recommend you to do. Farm the materials yourself, doing request by sea and stuff like that, royals, yada yada, and use your money to emphasize only. And these other spare money you probably want to use to synthesize your accessories, because those are the two main things you want to focus on first when you are getting into Season 4. Maximizing your weapon and getting enough counter force for Caesar. Good. So that's technically how you use it. And then you can use it for all of the pieces. Helmet, mail, and so on and so forth. If you scroll down, there's also like a total of what all of the armors are worth, right? So, for the question, should you go for Dulla, Astera, or Miletian? The answer, in my opinion, is you want to go for a few pieces of Miletian armor, while also reforging some of the Dullahans that you already have. Right? Take a look at the helmet, for example. The helmet, only synthesizing it, pretending you have the materials, because we set all of the material cost to 0. It will cost you 11.5 mil. Right? And these materials down below here. If we switch over to Miletian, and we set all of the values to 0 as well, it's about twice as much, right? If we compare 11.5 to 24.4, it's a little bit more than twice as much, but you get the gist, right? And these materials are actually what's killing it right here. If I were to put in the prices right here, I think it's worth like 70 mil, right? But again, you do want to farm for the materials yourself. Keep doing your Caesar raids as often as possible. Actually start doing the Bathed in Red daily dungeon to obtain these materials. Because if we go over to the defense comparison, right? This is what you start with, all Dullahan gear, right? Let me actually set all of the desired ones, of the ones that you were exchanging, to Astera. You'd notice you would be gaining 2600 or 2.6k defense. That requires you to get 5 pieces to at least plus 13, otherwise you'd be losing damage and you don't really want to lose damage. And you also need to fully synthesize them, and you also need to enchant them. It's 2 scrolls per item, that means 10 scrolls in total. It's kind of sort of cheap if you go for rank 7 scrolls, but you definitely want to go for rank 6 scrolls, and getting 10 rank 6 scrolls is expensive. Also take a look at this one right here. Upgrading all 5, only the synthesis again, not including materials, will take you 64 million for 5 pieces of Astera. And That's actually, as you will see in a second, if you just get the gloves and the boots, it will not even be 60 million. Because what you can do, remember it was 2600 defense that you gain. We only set these two to Militian, it's almost 2300. That's almost the same amount of defense that you'll get just from 2 pieces of Militian. And again, you will only need to enchant 2 pieces instead of 5. You will only need to enhance 2 pieces. And the beauty about enhancing these 2 pieces is it will not be required for you to get them to 13 right away to not be losing AD. Because what you will be doing, you will be getting, well, let's just pretend you'll only get 1 Militian in the first place. You will be able to get these to plus 15 and 1 plus 15 Dullahan piece and 1 plus 11 Militian. They do have the same AD as 2 plus 13 Asteras. And 2 plus 13 Asteras are way harder to get than a plus 15 Dullahan, because reforging Dullahan is basically for free. Like, I checked the numbers, it costs you 11 steals, I think, to reforge a plus 14 piece. That's basically nothing. And getting a plus 11 version of your boots is also guaranteed, in my opinion, due to the runes, right? And right now there's even an event running where you will be able to pick up a plus 12 rune. So maybe you were lucky and one of your 3 tries will actually get your boots or gloves or whatever piece you will be going for to plus 12. So yeah, that's basically my take on it. What you want to do, want to start soonish on this actually, because it's gonna be more of a long-term project. Try to get your hands on one of the Militian pieces of armor. Use the DICE event that is running right now, where you get new era materials. Get a few new era materials from the dungeon and the raid, and start synthesizing it. Start getting rank 6 scrolls for it. Use runes for that. And start enhancing it once you have runes and so on and so forth. You don't want to be going die hard on them right away. You really kind of want to focus on your accessories and weapon, especially to get the requirements. But technically, if you take a look at this, it is 1.1k defense also. You could technically be using them as a meaning or as a way of getting your power up for Caesar. But if we are talking about order, I would probably go for Militian armor after your weapon is finished. After your accessories are enhanced. After you don't need to spend much money on other places anymore. Then it's fine for you to certainly go for Militian right away. So yeah, that's basically it for today's video already. I hope it was something informative for you, and I hope you liked it. If you have any questions about stuff that I mentioned today, because I know it might be a little controversial topic, going for Militian right away, but certainly ask me about anything that's on your mind. Ask me if there's anything unclear to you, or you spend a lot of materials in one way or another, because in some cases it might be worth it to go for Astera. For example, if you do have your weapon at plus 15 already and you still get the plus or level 100 steel from the current event, of course you can easily go and get your max stat Astera Greaves essence from the current event. You can craft them, and it's cheap for you because reforging them is also very cheap because the steel is free. Situations like these do exist. This is not a end-all be-all guide for everybody to follow. Every good rule has an exception, and you might be that. So if you think you're in a different spot, ignore what I said, or ask me about my opinion on your spot. But again, I will link this spreadsheet down below in the description, so feel free to check it out to calculate your cost on the Astera weapon while you keep synthesizing it. There will also be my Discord and my Twitch, which are the 2 main places you can reach out to me if you have any questions. And Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.